Crudfrog here with a speed run of Outlast on insane mode. Okay, right now I'm not playing right now. I'm just gonna comment on, you know, the goings on and everything that. Look at the guy in the window. Along the way, I tried to do a few things that showed like some of the funny like screw ups in the game, or like, you know, just like there'll be parts where I run up to enemies and then like you'll see. I don't know how to explain it right now, but there'll be a few things that I do that are, you know, that are kind of funny. But this took me like so long to do. The file size was huge too because I recorded in 60 frames a second. But this took me like 12 hours. I kept trying over and over again, and it was really annoying. You know, in insane mode, obviously you don't. If you die, then you gotta start the game over. But yeah, it's like at this point the game is not even, you know, scary, obviously, because I know every twist and turn for the most part. And you just run through it. But it's a really fun game. I can't wait for the next one. See, watch this. You try to get in there, you can't. And somehow he doesn't hear you, but then he warps. See that? Somehow warps. Yeah, it is a really fun game to try to play on insane mode, though.
And who are you?
I think that I tried insane mode probably like a good 25 times total to beat, maybe even more than that.
I see. Merciful God, you have sent me an apostle. Guard your life, son. You have a calling.
And the game's not too long, just about an hour if you do it quickly and run. But if you're going to explore, obviously, and if you've never played, then, you know, you want to spend some more time in the game. Proclaim the gospel. No thanks. Yeah, so I'll probably try to do a speedrun of Whistleblower too, the DLC. Once I get a little more familiar with it, I'll have to beat it a few more times just to practice or something to see what goes on. Yeah, because they're both really fun to do. And obviously, I mean, sometimes I get, you know, I get cornered by an enemy or something, and it's like, God, you know, it's like, what are you going to do? Restart the entire speed run. Restart the whole thing. As far as I know, also, there's no, like, glitches or anything you can do to beat the game quicker. I know there are a few, if you play on the other difficulties, like you can do a glitch where you jump through the walls and then it kills you, but then you're in another chapter when you do it. There's a few videos on YouTube of it. Man, it's just hilarious how much different you feel playing this after you've played it a million times compared to your first time. The first time I was scared I was so scared. I remember just being like, oh, I just want to turn the game off. I don't want to play it. I just felt like this like dread that was like, oh my, like lasted even after I turned the game off. I was like, Jesus, that game is scary. You gotta just run from crazy shit. So this part's kind of cool. You wait for Chris Walker, you'll see. There's a few. I'm sure if I really tried over and over again forever and didn't do anything else, I could figure out every little way to hack the game, or not hack, but you'll see. Watch. Oh! Right next to him, and he can't get you because he was on the door. He was opening the door, so he couldn't. I thought that was pretty sweet. Also, jumping downstairs I really like to do. And at this point, I hardly use the camera in this because I already remember every, like, not every, but, you know, a lot of the twists and turns and stuff. And I like seeing the game without the camera, just because the camera adds some static and some bullshit in the corners and stuff, and I like seeing it better without the grain and the stuff. So when I can, I try not to use the camera in the game. This is the first enemy, like, well, after Chris, this is the first, like, pursuit you've got to, like, figure out. Remember this being so scary. I was like, God, this early in the game, you've got to maneuver around this guy, and this part took me a few times. Then I figured out that you can just run and slam those two switches, and yeah, but I can't. This game's been out for almost 2 years, I guess. So I wonder when number 2 will come out. I know they're working on it, apparently. Oh! I get hit a few times just because when you try to, like, do it quickly, you end up getting screwed sometimes. Then your health regains.
Marco.
Polo. Yeah, like, see, things like this happen some of the time where I've gotta... where you gotta hide from an enemy. I'm not sure if you can go through the entire game without getting without having to hide at least once. I'd be interested to see if someone could do that. Squeezing back in. Yeah. Hopefully this will look pretty cool in 60 FPS, because I haven't recorded in 60 FPS before. I know before, and when I was recording this, during the end it started to lag a little bit, like in the last few minutes. Just because I think because of the file size getting so huge.
Can you? Our Lord, the Wall Rider, tearing his truth into the unbelievers.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, this game, maybe this is the kind of game that I just kept coming back and playing over and over again.
All doors will open.
Maybe because it's short, so that's like even more so. Like makes you like, oh man, I'd like to play that just again. Yeah, and I didn't get tired of restarting it for 12 hours in a row yesterday. And trying to play the game over again. And like, you know, if you have the camera, obviously you take notes and stuff, and there's documents to collect what I've already got and all that stuff, so it's like, if I was looking for all that throughout this, it'd be an extra 30 minutes. So I just run through. It's interesting figuring out the things that it's interesting figuring out which things in this game you can do. Like, I didn't know you could jump off railings like that. And then sometimes there's enemies and you're like, oh shit, I better not go near him. But then then you experiment with it and you do, and then it turns out, oh, they don't do anything to you. So if you do that and fail, keep failing, then you succeed, Michael Jordan style, motherfucker. But seriously. Well, not seriously, but seriously, maybe. You figure out which things you can do. Like in the beginning, where you can run right behind Chris Walker, and it looks like, oh, this guy could kick my ass, but then it's like, nope, he's programmed in the game's code and shit to just walk through that doorway and not turn around. I like trying to jump down these holes, like, see that? Yeah. I like to try to do that. I think it makes it a little quicker. Maybe not, though, because you fall to your knees and you go, ugh! This part's kind of cool, because the one guy, you just end up luring and try to get him out of the area, and he ends up leaving. And then the other guy that was in the room smacking that police officer just like doesn't run after you, but he just walks. You'll see. Hide here. I might have screwed this up a little bit. He might have seen me in it. I don't remember. I might have done it. I tried so many times that I don't remember which playthroughs are which now. Only that I had to keep deleting the playthrough. So watch this. You can run right up to this guy. Just like in the beginning. You can't even get through the doorway. It's just funny that little things like that. And this other guy comes and starts walking after you hit the switch. And he doesn't run. And you can just get by him if you just maneuver a little bit. He can hit you and you won't die. Only once, though. You get hit by him once. That was the one time, though, that I got to get around him without getting actually hit. I've led him up to the airlock room before, and if you lead him up to it, he'll just, like, turn around. It's just hilarious. There's the naked men. His penis is hanging out. Yeah, I turned off subtitles, and I turned up the graphics, and turned up the gamma, and all this shit, because it would be way too dark if I didn't have the gamma up. Also, I disabled the motion blur, which I think makes it more smooth. I didn't like the motion blur. Like, if there's motion blur in the game when, you know, enemies are moving towards you and stuff, and I think it looks cooler without it. And also disabled, like, the hints and subtitle, you know, all that stuff, just so it's like a... And look, I don't got the camera on. It looks way better, but now you're in the dark, so not gonna help. But looks way cooler just with nothing on the screen. Just get to check out the dang game. If I were him, I would see that pipe to the right. I would just grab onto that and climb down it and leave the asylum. It's like all this rigmarole and runaround keeps happening to throw you for a loop when you could have just gone out the window. Actually, well, I guess you have to investigate the fucking place. But after you figure out it's a madhouse, maybe you're... I don't know if he's just a really good journalist, or if, you know, if his impulse wasn't to run away. Just like, oh, I gotta record all of this, even though I'm not even recording it in this playthrough. But he doesn't know that. Yeah. Check this out. You turn around and jump backwards. I like doing funny little things like that. It's like, oh, you would have been blown backwards anyway. Oh, what is this? Oh, shit. I thought it was pillows. It's bodies. My camera. It's now covered in human waste. There's Chris Walker. You know, for being a big, like, fat, muscular man, he can walk, he can power walk pretty quickly, and that's what got on my nerves. So, like, see, he's walking there. That's why his name's Chris Walker, probably, because he just power walks. But when he's in pursuit of you, he's frickin' walking so fast. Even though when you're sprinting, he's still walking really quickly behind you. And it's like, how do all the other guys that are 150 pounds, how do you outrun them so easily? You think they'd be way more agile, and then this big, fat oaf can just... I hate the Chris Walker element. He is what made me fail this so many times. Because then you get grabbed by him once and he kills you. He doesn't just hit you. Which is the annoying thing about an insane... It's so torturous watching all the cutscenes and stuff over and over and over again. Especially the Dr. Traeger one. Dude, that one's like 3 minutes. You watch it every single time and you're just like, So I wish, you know, if they make another game, they should make it so you can skip them. A lot of games make it so you can skip them after seeing it at least once. I find that to be funny, that he hits that guy and the guy just dies when it's like, you know, a 5-foot fall. But he could survive all the experimentation on his body, but couldn't survive the small fall. Oh. If I try walking back there again, he's on his bed, so he doesn't do that to you. I tried it. I tried like every possible like thing in this game at this point. Just like, you know, every single... There's a lot of idle inmates that are just standing around, and you just go up to them, and then half of them will kill you, or hit you at least, and the other half are just standing there, you know.
All righter.
I wonder why the wall rider doesn't just kill you. It's like, you know, you see him so many times, and then he just keeps leaving every time. He's got other things to do. I hate this part. This part's the sewers, where Chris Walker comes out. I figured out probably the best way, in my book, to just get it over with quickly. You'll see. You gotta turn the two valves. See there, he drops in right there. You gotta just go right in front of him, and he'll see you. But then when you get over here, he can't get to where you are. Do that, and then you go to the next valve. Turn that valve. Get out there, and then he will be there. Lead him over here, get the hell out of there, go to the next pump. Yeah, so then go and get the second. Go and turn the second valve drain. Drain valve. Valve drain, steam sail. And yeah, turning up the gamma makes quite the difference in the game. Like I used to have it on low gamma and then like normal graphic quality. And I turn them up to very high and then turn the gamma up, and you can just see everything way better. I remember at one time, this ladder, I got it so I jumped down it, and it's a really long fall, so you die, but the one time I jumped down it, I got caught on something before I got to the bottom. So it was like, and then it was another, but I didn't die. And I was like, dude, I really hope this is the one that makes the playthrough, like, because it was so sweet, like, it was like, oh man, I glitched the game and I didn't die. Of course, you know, that I should have, alright. Along the way, I should have, saved all the weird things that happen in the playthrough and just like save them as a separate file, but I ended up deleting all the fraps files because they were so large. This part's interesting that you get 2 batteries there, but if you already have one, then you only get 1. So you can jump down this ladder, which makes it quicker. But what the hell was I saying? Yeah, that all this weird shit, not a lot of weird shit, but funny things happened. Like that cool ladder thing. I should have saved that just to have a separate video full of the cool things you can do in Outlast, or that, you know, the rare glitches, or I don't know what the hell you would call them. Exploits. Trudging through the sewer with my 24 rims. Yeah. Kind of cool there, where you can just jump to the next thing almost. And then when you're in the water, you can jump really far. So I tried to take advantage of that. And this part's so annoying. that Chris Walker's in the water. And he's like right by where you need to be. Of course he starts out there. They can't make it easy on you by any means. So he's like right near it, and then you gotta get away from him and just kind of maneuver him away from it a little bit. You see his green eyes. So just get him to a place where he's not close to the staircase. Or where at least if he is, you can get up it. And then he somehow sees you right away. Every time. He sees you. I wonder what would happen if you didn't jump on the ladder, if he would come up the steps and kill you. This part's funny because, like, this guy starts running after you down here. But before, I never knew what to do. I was like, fuck, he's just going to kill you anyway. But if you just run back to the door, he just goes away. And the guy that was in that previous room shuts the door so you can't get it back out. Remember one time, one of the playthroughs that I did, I went back to that door, and the guy that was shutting the door was still standing there, which he was not supposed to do. He's supposed to go and sit down. And the guy was still running after me, so he killed me, and I was like, fuck! Hear the wall rider doing some horse shit. Mail ward. This part's kind of fun. You run from all these guys. And then you get to the dock. Deceitful dock. Hey, get in the dumbwaiter if you want to live. Come here. So I guess he dispatched them to... I see I messed up there. I went in the wrong room. It's like, I can't remember every single twist and turn to make a flawless, like, run through. That would take me way too long to learn everything. But hey, as a speedrun goes, I think it's not that bad. It's just me running through the whole thing. Not too many. I didn't get cornered too many times where, like, you know, it takes 2 minutes off the run time or whatever you want to call it, where you hide under a bed for 2 minutes. And then it takes away from the playthrough. You go in here and then you block off the door and they somehow keep finding a way. And then they end up chasing you to the docks room. Yeah, the Dr. Traeger part actually isn't hard. If you figure out, if you figure out a strategy that you do every time, and I figured it out. Took me a little while, but you'll see. And I used it every single time, and it never failed me. Like, it was always just right away. Whip crack strats by Crud. Copyright 2015. Whip crack strats. Whip crack Outlast strats. And of course, strategies will vary though if the enemy goes to a different place or something, because then you gotta restart the whole, luring and running thing. Get on this. Oh, watch this. If you turn to the left when you get into the dumbwaiter, you can see his decapitated head. Did you see that? Pause the video if you didn't. I would pause it and like make a spectacle of it, but it's a speedrun, so I feel like it's not a good idea. But there's a few times in the story where you see that
Priest's guy, aren't you?
Miles' head is not on his body.
Exhausted. No, let's take a break, huh, buddy? The old two
The doc.
lunch?
Doctor doesn't have a proper pair of pants. Doesn't have a shirt on. For trying to be a doctor, I think that's a little unsanitary.
Okay, here we go. Arms and legs inside the car at all
And what the fuck is the wiring on his left arm? What's the point of it? What is it? Is it in place of his veins that he got rid of or something, so he had to use just like plastic tubing. I always wondered what the stuff is on his arm. Why don't people make Outlast theory videos, or any other, for that matter? We have all these people making theory videos about Five Nights at Freddy's,
You want to head out?
which, you know, it's a fun game, and I've made a few Five Nights at Freddy videos.
I'm in no hurry. No?
But it's just funny how the wealth of
Goes to the
theories
grindstone, I like that. Okay.
people have and all this stuff about this game that uses picture files as a game. The game just uses pictures, you know? And it's like, wow, it's like this little game that it took him, you know, not that long to create each one of them. Has all this, you know, shit behind it, like theories and folklore and myths. But then, like games like other games, if you analyze them, people are like, dude, you're being a nerd, man. Why does it matter? Dude, why does it matter? It's like, hey, man. Look at these boys in bed. Everyone in the game is bald. Everyone in this game is bald. All the people. It's just strange you don't see any hair. Except for on this dock, which he's bald on his head, and then he has hair on the sides.
Here we are then.
Every guy is bald.
Thanks so much for coming by. We'll begin your consultation in a moment. It'll just...
Where's the doc?
Wash up and,
And what's the thing on his eye? Why does he have that thing built into his eyeball skull?
it'll give us a chance to talk.
You gotta wonder what these things are. Nice butt, Doc. Thanks for showing me it.
You know, I'm a bit worried how much time you've been spending with Father Martin. I know... I hope you haven't been letting him confuse you with all his... holier-than-thou Bible thumping.
It's funny to
No
hear what
offense
he's
to the
saying.
man, but I sometimes worry he
It's like
might
ironic.
just be
A little bit crazy. Like you're not. That's the funny thing about the doctor.
When people get scared, there's like
Oh, the Father Martin's crazy.
God died with the gold standard. We're on to a more
See this?
concrete. You have to rob.
God, I keep clearing my
Paul to
throat.
pay Peter. There's no other way.
But this part,
Murder in it is the simplest.
this part was the
What
worst thing to keep
happens
having to
when all
watch.
is gone?
Not in terms of like the, you know,
Matter
the
of faith.
grotesqueness or whatever. Just that it's like a 3-minute, 4-minute
You.
thing you just gotta watch. You can't skip. Why can't you skip it?
You paying attention?
You just gotta keep watching this and sitting there, being like, when can I get back in the action so I can hone my speed running tactics? Ow.
Better.
I think it's kind of cool that something happens to the protagonist of the game like that, where you get your fingers cut off. The two most important ones, your ring finger and your pointer finger in your right hand. Yikes, I wonder if he did that on purpose. Get me out of this wheelchair. Oh. Wow, lots of fluids. Bet you could find, like, you know, thousands of different strands of DNA in that room. Jesus. Yeah, this part... I did this strategy every time. Oh, we gotta take a look at his non-existent wiener first. Alright, how do you pee? Questions. How do you pee? Lots of questions in this game. Hide under the bed. That guy goes through his spiel about the doctor. Nobody. Right here is just taking a look at his hand and what it does when you're moving while you're under the bed. So this time, there comes the doctor. Now you slip out. Run. He goes to mess with a guy. I guess he saw me though. That's why the music turned on. But it doesn't matter. He can't get to you anyway. You run through the vent. I did this literally every single time in the speedrun, and it never failed me. So move this, and I open the door. so that you can shut it. And then I go find the doc and lure him. And make sure he sees you. Shut the door. Go in the dang vent. Go in the dang vent. Go. Turn right. I'm surprised he doesn't turn around. But I guess he goes and explores the room that you were just in. It goes around looking for you in there. So you have just enough time to run back here. Push this. This is one of the few times that he saw me doing that even. Like the music turns on. And that means he saw you. But yeah, you get enough time to do that. It's funny watching his leg and his hand, like just like moving in junction with one another. Conjunct, whatever you want to call it. Clump, clump, clump. Over here. Go get the elevator key. For Pete's sakes. Boom. Alright. Yeah, just squat on down. Wait till he comes in. I used to shut the door here, but I guess that doesn't matter. Run, sees ya, but hey, you have enough time to run. A lot of times you gotta get spotted in this game. I see how far he is away. And at this point, if you go in here, he just stops chasing you because then he doesn't have time to get to the second floor, or whatever floor it is. Which I think he warps, because look at this. He's right down there, and you're on the elevator. How the fuck did he get down there? You gotta wonder. Oh. Oh. Ouch. Lost the shears. Oh, you never thought you would get killed, Doc, did you? Alright, so you rip open the vent. Get the hell out of there. Go on to the next page. The doctor is dead. Jump on down the stairs. I love doing that stair jumping strat. I don't know if it saves on time, but it's fun. Run on down the hallway, Father Martin. It's funny when you hit the part towards the end of the game where Father Martin kills himself, and then you are no longer in danger, according to him. And how everyone just doesn't try to hurt you after that. All those crazed inmates. What did he do? Like tell them, yeah, at first you can try to kill this guy, even though he tells you in the beginning of the game, oh, guard your life. You're my apostle. But somehow he couldn't have done that in the beginning and said, hey guys, don't hurt this guy. Do not hurt this guy. But then at the end, he can do that, or he does do that. Funny. What the hell? Where's your logic? Logitech keyboard. Okay, this part's annoying too. Another Chris Walker. So you can do that. See, he doesn't see you. You run right to the laundry room. I did this strategy every time too. A few times I fucked it up and then he killed me. But you just run and hide. And waiting the appropriate amounts of time too are really important. Like, see, going behind this thing, and you just wait till he leaves the room. There were a few times where like he'll come in, look for you for a second, and he'll go back out. And then there are a few times where I got up like right when he got out of view, like right there, and I would get up and then try to go out there, and he'd still be right there, and then he'd just kill me, and I'm like, God! It's just so annoying having to wait for being a speed run. I was like, God, it can't be a speed run if you're waiting. But it's like, you got to wait till he gets the fuck out of the way. So now he sees me again, I think. No, he doesn't. Alright. You gotta wait till he gets distracted by that door. You go to the baths. Ain't get me, fat boy. like this guy. It's funny how you get so desensitized to the game, you know, playing it 1,000 times, where you just see all these things and you're like, oh, okay. You know, like this man with a naked guy in the bath rubbing him down. It's like, oh yeah, that's that guy. But when you first see all this stuff, you're like, oh, what? What's happening, man? A lot of guy-on-guy action in this game, man. When you go back, I think I'm gonna screw this up a little. Yep, this is literally the one time out of every single time that I played through this. So this is a fuck up, totally. Where I led him back here by accident, had to wait till he left to turn on the sprinklers. This is literally the first time that happened. Of course, you can't get a perfect run through. It takes so long for me to be able to get a perfect run through. So now I can't get back to the sprinklers because he's there. Just gotta wait. Only time this happened, which is so annoying. But hey, you lose time on one pursuit, gain time on the other one when you do it flawlessly. God, this sucks. Wait. You can see that finger, ouch, on his left hand. Ring finger, no longer there, but he wasn't engaged in the first place, so hey. I guess he never will be anyway, so. We're gonna turn on them damn sprinklers, boy. Yeah, because let's say he was around the corner, then boom, you're done. Fucking all this careful planning blown to shite. Go in there, turn the sprinklers on. Turn on the sprinklers and sit on them. Just like out in the front yard. On to the next page. Ouch. Yeah, a few scares like that. But once you, yeah, like I said, once you play the game a few times, they don't matter anymore. You remember them. This part is kind of cool. You just go to the left to get the key. I don't even need the camera. It's just you remember exactly where to go. And you just go straight across to get into the maintenance shed. That lightning will give you just enough light to be able to see that doorway over there. There it is. Become a pro at Outlast. Outlast. Have an Outlast tournament. Who could beat the game first? It'd be cool to go and have an Outlast tournament. You all turn the game on at the exact same time. On insane mode. See who beats the game first. $7,000 prize. Yep, gotta use the camera here. Can't see shite. You fall through the cracks. Get it. Yeah, this part's kinda cool. Then you got another Chris Walker pursuit to deal with. And gotta jump down unscathed. Yeah, see, some of these guys out here, if you go up to them, they'll kill you. But some of them won't. I don't remember which ones do and which ones don't, but didn't try it on this thing, on this run through. That's the kind of stuff you try on normal mode, because then you die and then you go right before it, because there's checkpoints. So that's what sucks about insane mode, that you gotta redo the game all over again if you die. So don't leave anything up to chance. I wonder if clicking the night vision on and off even saves that much battery. I like to think so, because that's what I did the entire game. So I didn't have to deal with going to get batteries. tried not to think about the battery aspect, or the documents, or the notes. Just a clean run through. Try not to get spotted. So this is annoying because you have to be seen by a walker. So you go over there, over here. He has to see you there, or else he won't start chasing. So you gotta rigmarole him around the rosy. You know, run on back, squat down, and get down there. I've tried before to run into here, and then him run down the stairs, and I've tried to just run down here, but he just grabs you by the leg. It's really annoying. So, home free. Back in the asylum. You were outside, and at this point, wouldn't you be leaving? You were outside. Wouldn't you be scaling a fence and just leaving, man? Wouldn't you? Or are you trying to get to the very bottom of the frickin' score? Squat on down. It's a laundry room. Yep, fucked up there by opening that door. Couldn't remember every exact twist and turn. I just guess I'm just not that smart. Hey. C'est la vie. Jump! And then I fucked up the jumps over here a few times too, which, that sucks. But what are you going to do? Restart the whole thing because you didn't jump the gap right? It's like, God, you gotta restart the game. It's not that bad in terms of running through the whole thing. This part's annoying because there's one guy constantly running throughout these hallways. There's one guy constantly running, okay? So you got to make sure you don't get killed by him. And when you do see him, you try to outmaneuver him. So you'll see, you know, it's really annoying and unpredictable. Here he is. I dodged a bullet there. Shut that door. And I like this strategy. I did it a few times in the game. Where you wait until he slams the door open, and then you run. Boom. I love that frickin' strategy. Then the downside to that is they know where you are then. So whatever. Lead him to the next shithole. Shut the doors to save time. Or to not, you know, get... Shut doors to buy yourself more time. And then, yeah. And then once you get this fuse, this guy starts walking after you, but not until you leave the room, and then he stops. Alright. So it's not too hard. You just gotta keep running. And then, you know, shut the doors at your advantage, like... And then run. And then you'll see what I do. Which might have cost me a little time, but that's alright. Rather risk that. Here, do another door strat. Boom. Keeping night vision on and off because I don't want to waste those batteries. Don't want to have to reload the battery. Jump out of here, and then if you go across here, he stops chasing you. You hear that? He just stops. Because if you, I don't know why. You go through there, he stops. So, there he is. Just like a piece of pie cake. Cake pie. Okay. Boom. I think he sees me again. Yep, he does. But then you go back out. Boom. Doesn't chase you. It's cool to figure those kinds of things out. They'll really save your ass if you're trying to do a speed run or even just trying to play the game without getting killed 7,000 times. Fun frickin' game for being one where you gotta run and hide all the time. Well, you don't even really need to hide. You just gotta... I mean, when Chris Walker comes around, though, that sucks. He's the most annoying part of the game. I could have definitely done without him in this game. But then at the same time, would it be as fun? Probably not, because they're not having to worry about him. Sweet. How did Officer Barbrady get the dang shoot? Alright, so that guy comes out of that doorway, and then he starts running after you. And I screwed this jump up, I remember. Yep. But then somehow he's not there. But, that's okay. Screwed up the jump. Let's try again. I wish I wouldn't have it. Oh, look. It would have looked so much cooler if I didn't screw that up. Just little things that, like, along... I screwed this one up, too, I'm pretty sure. It's hilarious. Jesus Christ. It would have looked so much cooler and, like, smoother. 60 FPS. Just running through. Making no mistakes. Outlast Pro Edition. But it never was. The boy with the flaws. Alright. I always wondered what... I didn't ever try jumping down from here, I don't think. You might die, I think. But yeah, I might as well try that sometime. See what happens. And then, you know, you probably corner and then that guy probably kills you. But then again, how would that guy get out of that area? So get around the hole in the floor. Whack that open. This is the part, almost the part where you lose your camera. Wrong door. Damn it. Screwed her up. Ah, man. Alright, so here is the twins. See that? They're right there, but you can just run right past them. See, that's very valuable strategy there. Okay, you open that up, just frickin' sprint past them. Easy enough, they're far enough away from you. I used to... Actually, a few times when I was recording this yesterday, I had to, like, run away from them and hide under beds, and I was just like, oh no, but it's like, dude. Nice. Just jump right in. Run right past them. Oh, shite. My camera. It has night vision. I can't... I remember I had a camera that had night vision. I had a Sony camera in 2000 that I got in 2003 that had night vision on it. And that was pretty sweet. That you could film in complete darkness. But now they don't even make those anymore, so... You might be able to find a night vision camera, but I couldn't. But yeah, I don't know if I still have that camera or not, but... Obviously it shoots in standard definition. Ooh, there was another part where I just jumped with my back facing the guy because I knew there was something bad coming up. But, yeah, night vision cameras are sweet, you know, in real life, too. I don't know what happened to mine, but hey. Good times with that camera. Oh, yeah, so now you're running from these guys after you get your camera. You can shut some doors, just to, you know. You could shut those 2 double doors, too, just to make it even more easy to get away, but it's not too bad. You just... follow the light, because that's how you got there in the first place, is following the light. So you just put that in reverse order. Follow the lights again. So you don't even need the camera now. You go to get the camera, and then you don't need it for getting back to where you were. See this here, jump up here. And if you try to... Now you go up to this hallway that if you tried to go here... without the camera, it doesn't let you. It's like, oh, it's too dark. Too dark. Whoa! By the skin of my ass. Alright, now let's... Oh, shit. Only one way.
One way out. Only one way.
It's always funny to see which guys aren't going to hurt you. Like that guy is just there to, like, tell you where to go. Or just to... be a wacko. I think this is another Chris Walker encounter. I think so. Yeah, it is. It sucks. I died here a few times and it's like, God, it's so close to the end that it's just like so infuriating that you die from him. But you got just enough time for him to... if he does see you. Oh! How did he see me? I wonder if there's time to shut that door behind me. I never tried. I always just ran up here. That part is so scary. Alright. Right. And then this is where, in the beginning of the game, you wind up where you were trying to go when Chris Walker grabbed you and threw you out the window. So down here is where you would have gone if he didn't grab you. So you could have surpassed the whole thing if he just hadn't grabbed you in the beginning. So that guy tells you where the key is, but I've already heard him 1,000 times. So it's like at this point, some of the inmates are helping you now. For some reason. Yeah, that part was weird. I like accidentally went... The game got glitchy for a second and I got stuck on those floorboards or whatever, but... Yeah. So... You sneak across this while this inmate is playing the piano. Beautifully. Beautifully. He's had a lot of time to practice. There he is in that room. But I didn't stop to smell the flowers or hear the flowers. And here, just wait till the movie turns on. You can see a little better. I just hate fiddling with that camera. I tried to only use it when I really needed it. You know what would have been kind of cool is if I didn't use the camera at all and just did a no camera speed run, where I just never used the night vision. But I'd really need to know a lot of the twists and turns. But the funny thing is that if you don't use the camera, even if you're in total darkness, you can at least see what is like right in front of you or right below you. So if you crouch and look at the floor, you can see like a radius around you of light, and you can see things around you. Just like when you go in the vents, you can see if you look straight down or straight to your left or right. That would have been kind of cool to just do a no camera run through of the game. No camera at all. Man, I wonder how that would do. So you get the key, jump right off here, and don't have to do any of that shit. And then here, one of the twins comes in. I thought it was Chris Walker, but it's one of the twins. And I probably didn't need to go in that locker. Probably could have saved time by just waiting next to the door and having him smash it down and then running behind him. But for some reason, up until this playthrough, I thought it was Chris Walker. See, I actually look at him for a second, and I see, oh, it's one of the naked twins. So if I'd have known that, I probably would have saved that time by being able to run past him when he slams down the door. Bam. So close I can taste it. Fucked up. Going the wrong door. Ah, God. Might have gone to the wrong door here, too. Yep, of course. Couldn't have been a flawless speedrun. Couldn't have been flawless. That would have been perfect. Nope. Yeah. Oh yeah, now you gotta find there's a window. There it is. All those inmates are praying. It's as if Father Martin must have like a lot of control over the place, because he just makes all these inmates pray, and then he tells them, don't attack him anymore. Even the twins don't attack you anymore. Don't want to attack. There's the naked man, just waiting for you to walk on by. Collect the key.
Am I ready?
And this was kind of annoying, having to wait for this every time.
We will join the Wall Rider.
Because you have to wait until he starts burning for him to let you leave the room. You're his Job.
You alone shall escape it, Alva.
Steve Jobs.
This is your penultimate act of witness.
Oh.
The promise of the prophets was always freedom from death.
So he kept you around
And here it
just
is.
to be able to witness all this horse shit going on.
My resurrection. And together we will
Naked
be
twins
free.
standing at the door.
You are no longer in any danger. I fixed the elevator. It will take you.
You're no longer in any danger. I fix the elevator. We'll see about that. About the danger part of that.
Now, my son.
Love how he just misleads you. You're not in any danger from these guys, but Chris Walker, that's a different story. So now you gotta wait. And this part's funny because I sort of glitched to the door where they open it, but then it, it like pushes them back a little bit. See, look, you're in the vent and you can see around you, even without the camera. So I'm pretty sure that applies to every dark place in the game. You can see at least a little bit. So I hide here because Walker comes up. I started getting really laggy here. That's right, for a second. Oh yeah, frame rate dropped for quite a bit here. You see that? Ooh, by the skin of my ass, he checked the wrong bed. He just couldn't check the other one. That's fine with me. Just wait just enough time for him to get the hell out of there. There we go. Then just... Alright, cool. And he didn't know why I was there. Wrong way. Oh, right way. And you just escape without him pursuing you. And all is well. Beautiful. It's the last time you gotta worry about a Walker pursuit. Toa. Elevator. Let's get the hell out. I fixed the elevator. It's funny how much, by the end of the game, how many wounds you have. You're just like missing a finger on each hand, and just get your ass thrown around a bunch. Yeah, see, the frame rate started dropping here too. See, it sucked. I filmed the whole thing in 60 FPS, and then it started dropping around here. So for the next few minutes, it's like a little choppy. Which is like, oh, the most important part. It's all choppy. Great. But then it picks up a little bit. And then drops a little bit again. But then for the last 2 to 3... I think the last 2 minutes, it's smooth again. It's not too bad, though. See there. Now it's back. 60 FPS. This part... Literally, like 4 of the playthroughs that I did, I died at this part when the wall rider comes, and it's so, oh my god, it's so stupid, so infuriating. That I like, because you can't see him unless like you got night vision on, and this place is too dark. The place is too dark to have night vision on, and then it just blinds the camera. You can sort of see him, but you've got to like run, and then if you run into a corner, that's it. It's like, God, that's annoying. So yeah, so that was the worst thing ever, and I'm surprised I kept trying it. I just really wanted to do a speedrun on Insane. With no glitches, mind you. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's speedruns that where people finish the game in 13 minutes because they have glitches on. See, this was getting choppy, and I'm surprised I didn't get fucked, because I had the previous 3 times, and the frame rate was screwed. Oh yeah, this is the last Chris Walker encounter. Heh, you met your match. Sucks. I never did anything to you, so I don't care that you're getting your ass kicked. Yeah, see? It'd be nice if it was smooth sailing frames here, but it's not. Oh! How did he do that? That's something to tell the grandkids. Now this was annoying too, is having to listen to this old man for 2-3 minutes every single time. To wait and stand there and hear him talk about how you have to disable the wall rider.
The only one left.
You gotta get rid of Billy. AKA the wall rider.
He may think I'm his father.
But this guy deceives you
He loves me.
because... Deceives you because then you go and disable him. And this guy's like, oh, good, you're gonna do us a service. So you do it, and then you'll see.
Microscopic machines. Technology we have had for decades but never mastered. Burkhoff discovered in my research a workaround. Turning the cells in the human body into nanofactories.
Oh, I don't care. I just want to beat the game.
But through psychosomatic direction, we engineered the precise molecules necessary. Mind over body.
Okay.
It was foolish and
Just let me out of the room.
Use mad
Bloody
weapons
footprints,
and
bloody footprints.
You have to stop him to
Okay,
murder Billy.
okay,
Turn off his life support.
okay.
His anesthesia. You have to undo what I've done. No one can get out of this place while he lives. You must kill him.
No one can get out of this place while he lives. You must kill him. Okay. Deceitful old man. This was the one that I kept dying on. This second wall rider pursuit in the basement. Because I would go to him, and I guess you gotta go to where he comes from. So you gotta like loop him around, have him chase you a bit, and then go to where he appeared. Because you need to get into the door behind him, or I think that's what you gotta do. Let me see, we'll see. Dead end. Yeah, wasted a lot of time there. I just wanted to make sure. Alright, so he starts right behind you. And you need to go in the double doors that are behind him. See, like, look at that. You can't see with the fucking night vision on. So yeah, I gotta loop him around. Which I didn't know. I would always just run and then back myself into a corner and then I was screwed. So you gotta bonk through these doors. Yeah, he spawns at those double doors. So I didn't think like, oh, I gotta go where he came from. I was just like, oh, where do I go? I'm killed in the last 3 minutes of the game. Alright, he can't get in that decontamination chamber. Yeah, the frame rate gets a little choppy too here, I think. Alright. Why is there ice? What the hell's up with the ice? Here's the main area. Yeah, once you get to here on insane mode, it feels like, oh, it feels so good. It's like, God, didn't die. So you go turn off this stuff. Yeah. Surprised the wall ride doesn't kill you right here. But he does spawn. Wrong way. Damn it. So you just keep on trucking. Turn the valve. Do not turn the valve. So why have the valve when you're not supposed to turn the valve? So I tried jumping off of that balcony, but I couldn't. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can here, so I think that helps you quite a bit for the wall rider chase. Because he starts like way up there, and then if you do that, you get quite the advantage over him. Yeah, I think it got choppy here too, which I'm surprised I didn't die. Or it might have been... Yeah, and then I came over here and tried that, even though you weren't done doing the shit yet. But... keep on of trucking. And then you destroy the rest of the stuff. Takes a while to get up here. Man. What a winding staircase. God. Building the tension right up. Gotta jump across the gap. Yeah, and it was getting choppy, so I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna undershoot it or press it while it's glitching. Not glitching, but. Alright. Decontamination chamber. You can't get in there. Good. Bam. So there it is. You disable the panel thing. Ouch. Life pod failsafe. Okay. So everything is disabled. You just gotta go and touch the hand activated thing. Sensor pad. And do you get chased again? I think you do. Yeah, and I got a choppy again here, which I was like, oh shit, I failed. Oh! It just catches you in the air. And he throws you down here. Oh! Kicks the shit out of you. Ouch! So by the end of this game, you've got like a broken leg and just all this stuff. Hop the railing. Oh ho! And that, I think, saves you some. Who's that guy? I didn't stop to look, but there was a man in there. There it is. Boom. And at this point, you're home free. No more danger after this. Just breaks your leg. Hurts you quite a bit. Then he goes inside of you. Wow. Why does he gotta pick you up 30 feet off the ground to do this stuff? So now he's inside of you now. Oh. Ouch. It's the Okama game sphere. Requires 4 human bodies to run. It's still in beta. Alright. This part's kind of slow moving because you're limping on one leg. So you've got that shite beat out of you. But it's like, man. At this point, you're like so happy that you beat it on insane mode. And I got the achievement lunatic at this point, but then it didn't like notify me via Steam that I got it. But then I went out after I exited the game and I checked, and it was there. The lunatic achievement was there. So that's what you'll get. I just gotta beat the DLC in insane mode. Get the Bowel Whistler achievement. All of that work. All of that. All of escaping death by the skin of your ass. And then you're led to this doorway. Led to this doorway of truth. Where you find out that the wheelchair man betrayed you. Oh, and all of that, saving the whole corporation or not whatever, just to get killed. Saving lives. Ouch. All of that shit. That's so disappointing. And then they just get killed because you're the host of the Wall Rider. All right, guys. Well, that was Outlast on insane mode. Speedrun. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you made it this far, then thanks a lot for watching. And give the video a like, comment, subscribe, guys, and we'll see you for the next video.